Hey beautiful people, it is Olivia Marquez with your Monday Minute, and today we're going to talk about 7 reasons why you may not be ready to buy a house. Yes, I said it, and I know we're in a time right now where every realtor that you're talking to is telling you, oh, it's a great time to buy. Interest rates are high, but yes, you can refinance. When the prices go up, the interest rates are going to go down. When the interest rates go down, the prices are going to go up. That is 100% true, but it may still not be a great time for you to buy. So let's get into it. All right, so reason number 1, if you are unemployed or if you started your own business, but it has not been a year yet, so you don't have any W-2s that you can file, you definitely are going to want to wait. The mortgage loan officer is going to want to see proof of steady income that you can pay back that monthly mortgage, right? So if you do not have the steady funds to pay your monthly mortgage, you're going to want to wait at least a year until you can provide that information. Reason number 2 is if you just made a big purchase. If you just purchased a brand new car, if you just made a huge purchase, that's going to impact your debt to income ratio, which means that you no longer have that flexible income, that extra money coming in because you have to make these new payments from your huge purchase, right? Now, if you bought something cash outright and it doesn't impact your finances at all, I'm not speaking to you. But if you financed something, if you're making new monthly payments on something, that is definitely what I am talking about. Speak to a licensed professional, a mortgage loan officer who can give you more information on that. And for those of you that are going to say, well, I just made a brand new purchase and my cousin, he bought a car and a house at the same time. Yes, I'm not saying it's not possible. What I'm saying is specific to your finances, you're going to want to speak to a mortgage loan officer, someone who can take a look at your specific numbers and see if you have the flexibility to incur increased debt and another set of increased debt when you purchase a home, when you got to come up with your down payment and your closing cost and all of that stuff, right? Reason number 3 is if your credit score is 580 or lower, now is not a good time for you to purchase. In order to put you in a position where you have more options, a credit score of 620 or higher is suggested. And the reason why is because you're going to have more options of the loan types that you can receive, and you're going to have a better interest rates. So you will not be like overweight and have these overbearing monthly payments. So if you have a credit score of 620 or higher, if you're not quite there yet, then guess what? Now is not the time for you to buy. Reason number 4, and you're going to have to wait until the end of the video to tell you why reason number 4 is not really a good reason to wait, but I threw it in here anyway. Reason number 4, if you're not sure that you want to live in a particular state, if you're looking in Georgia, if you're looking in Alabama, if you're looking in Wisconsin, Montana, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Ghana, and you don't know where you want to lay your roots out, it may be in your best interest to take a step back, take some time, and figure out where you want to set your roots, right? That's going to make it a lot easier for you. It's going to be a lot less confusing and emotional and stressful, and it's going to be a lot easier for the realtor that you're working with. Now, like I said, if you start working with a realtor in a particular state and you decide that you want to move to another one, we can always refer you to a trusted professional in the state you're going to. Reason number 5 is if you just filed for bankruptcy or if you have a lien on yourself. Those 2 things are going to prevent you from purchasing a home today. So if you just filed for bankruptcy, if you have a lien on your person, today is not your day. Reason number 6, if you are going through a divorce and you are not the breadwinner and you are not the one that was employed throughout the entire marriage, if you were like a stay-at-home mom, or if you were living with someone and you have 0 credit history and you were fortunate enough, let's say it that way, you were fortunate enough to not have to work for an extended period of time, talk about a blessing, right? But all good things come to an end. So if you're in that position where you're having to move or you're going through a divorce or your situation changed and you don't have that employment, you can't produce those W-2s, you do not have that credit, you do not have that savings, then now may not be the time. That doesn't mean we can't, get the process started. So if you're looking to purchase like within a year or so, you always want to reach out and we can put you on the right path to purchase. But today's not. So back to reason number 4. Reason number 4 was if you don't know where you want to live, maybe you should wait to buy a house. But I take it back, and here's why. And that was actually one of the excuses that I used for years. I would say, well, I don't know if I want to stay in Georgia. Like, what if I want to get up and move to Costa Rica? I don't want to be tied down by a house. I want my freedom. I want my options, right? And all of that is fair and true. However, if you're a homeowner, you can put tenants in your property and then you have passive income for if you want to travel, right? For example, let's use the state of Georgia. If you buy a house in Georgia and then let's say you decide to move to Pennsylvania within the next year, guess what? You still have property that you can use to rent out. You can get some tenants in there. You can put it on Airbnb. You can do corporate leases, and that's going to generate passive income for you. And last but not least, drum roll, reason number 7. All right, so if reason number 1 through 6 does not apply to you and you're like, okay, I actually have my pre-approval, I have my employment, I have my credit, I have all of those things, I'm not trying to make a big purchase anytime soon. If reason number 1 through 6 does not apply to you and you are looking for a home, but you are not using a realtor, guess what? It's still not time for you to buy, because even if you're looking at a new construction property, you always want to work with a realtor. And you've probably heard me say this before, but buying a house without a realtor is like going to court and using no attorney and representing yourself. You don't know the rules, you don't know the judge, you don't know the new laws, you don't know everything that is going on, and so you're setting yourself up for failure. But what if it's a new construction home with an on-site agent? There's an agent in the deal, so you're covered, right? Well, this is what I say to that. If you are looking at new construction homes, that's actually a really, really great idea, because right now they are offering so many incentives. They're throwing in refrigerators, they're throwing in appliances. Like, it is amazing what's happening with new construction right now. But that on-site agent represents the builder, right? That on-site agent has a very, very close relationship with the lender. So using the on-site agent when you are the buyer purchasing a new construction home is pretty much like going to court and using the court-appointed attorney. Like, who does that? That court-appointed attorney works for the court. So you always want to bring in your own representation. I am not trying to sell you a house today. I'm trying to stop you from buying a house today. All right. How many realtors are going to say that? Not many.